I like Michael Jackson, but there's only like a good 5 songs that I really fuck with. Other than that, I'm just like
5.
Yo, people, did you hear this motherfucker just said he only like 5 Michael Jackson songs?
Can I interest you too in some delicious beef? Delicious beats.
What up, internet? Welcome to 4 Niggas Talking About Current Events. I'm just kidding. Welcome to GreenBench, the podcast. I'm your host, 1/4 of the crew that is currently hosting this thing, John Holland.
Nick Trav.
Lewis Hatcher.
Nigga, this Jamaal.
What up, folks?
I just realized that's your thing. That's what you do every week. Nigga, this J-Ball. You do that every week. I just realized that was your thing.
Okay. Thank you for recognizing that.
I didn't know. I didn't realize you had a thing until just now. Like I was like, I need to come up with a thing.
JP.
Everybody had their thing.
Everybody got their thing.
No, it's not even just J-Mall. He says, nigga, this J-Mall. He says that. He says it the same way every week.
I'm sorry, I have a natural expression of swagger. It just comes.
I like it, man. Keep that shit. That shit's dope.
That nigga like, my swag is natural.
Hey, you don't be introducing yourself outside of here is nigga, this J-Ball.
I might.
Yeah, hey, you'll be on job interviews, be like, excuse me, yes, yeah, nigga, this J-Ball.
Yeah. I bet you get the job.
I don't know. I haven't been getting hired before. I might need to start trying that.
You know what? Out here in LA, if you do something that bold, jobs will hire you.
That's an audition. That's more like an audition. If you went to audition, they were like, yeah, say your name. You were like, nigga, this J-Mall. And let's get to these lines. You'd probably get it.
Never heard your ass.
They're like, I like this nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, we could call him a nigga because he introduced himself as nigga. This is J-Mall, right?
That's what your title would be when they watch the video and it's on the website with like 6 other auditions. Be like the nigga J-Mall.
They would remember that. Yeah. That might be your thing when you go into auditions.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen other than they call you a nigga?
Or you don't get the part. Like that's the only 2 things. That's the only 2
or
bad
they
things.
call you a nigga and you don't get the part. Their response, nigga, get out of here.
You know one of them gonna be the smartest, but like, excuse me, nigga J-Mall, can we make an adjustment? I don't know why my dogs always want to start playing as soon as we do the podcast. Caesar, stop eating her mouth. I'm sorry, folks on the internet. Hey, look, welcome to GreenBench, the podcast. Once again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Especially appreciate you guys that listened to both podcasts from last week. And my brother hijacked the show and made us do another one, which was full of an hour and a half of nonsense. Special delivery to you guys.
You know, if they listen to both of those and they listen to this one, that means they're a fan. So
that is true.
Y'all are champions.
That's true.
Soldiers.
And I'm glad you down with us.
I also appreciate everybody that watched it. I mean, I don't know why I say watch. I'm so used to making videos. That listen to it because, like I said, last week's numbers was pretty good. So keep rocking. You know what you guys can do though? You can go to Extra Mile and retweet it.
Share it. Do that.
You can share it.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends about it. Play in the car.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
But either way, we're going to move this show right on along. Jamal, did you have something to say? You look, you was about to say something to the mic.
Not at all.
Or you're going to throw up?
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the subject.
Okay. Folks, we're going to play, we're not even going to play something, but we're going to do something called This or That. Today I was at work and we had we had a topic come up and it was a really good debatable topic. So I'm going to throw out some things and you guys tell me this or that. First, this or that is, who is the better dancer, MC Hammer or Michael Jackson?
Come on, man. Is that even a question?
Yes, it is.
Why is that a question?
No. Think about it. No, but really think about it.
Yo, MC Hammer could fucking get down.
Are we talking about Hammer Time versus the Moonwalk? That's what we talking about?
No, we're just talking about who's the better dancer, like skilled dancer.
I gotta go with Michael because Michael just had so many moves, and it's like MC had a lot of moves too. Hammer had a lot of moves, but I mean, he had a lot of footwork.
Michael Jackson had nowhere near the footwork as MC Hammer because I watched Can't Touch This today and I was like, yo, how does this dude not get tired? Like, his footwork is crazy.
But I mean, yeah, that's true. But Michael was he could do so much more. I feel like
I almost felt like Michael had like the same moves. He just put a different rhythm to it depending on the song.
You can say the same thing for Hammer too.
He did do a lot of the same shit, but like, what dancer doesn't?
Well, look, this is like the ultimate thing. If y'all remember Too Legit to Quit, James Brown did give MC Hammer the glow or whatever that fireball was. He did get that, and then that Michael Jackson was
You talking about he referenced them, or you talking about
no,
like he
like
actually
Too Legit to Quit, the opening to Too Legit to Quit. James Brown was sitting on the throne, and I think MC Hammer comes up and he says something about the glove one, which means Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
But then he's just like, you are the you are the truth. Go out and spread the word or something like that. And this and this and that. So, like I said, Hammer could move.
I didn't know he made a cameo on
the reason why I say it's debatable because if y'all go look at you Can't Touch This, I think Nick's pulling it up. Like that dude's footwork is insane.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody earlier. I was like, do you think Michael Jackson could do Hammer's moves and vice versa?
You know what? This is what I feel. I feel like I'm glad you put that point that way. I do feel like MJ is probably like one of the best dancers of all time. But when you put it that way, Hammer probably could imitate MJ better than MJ could do.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good one. Good point to put it.
That's what I'm saying.
You ever seen Post in the Bump?
I wanna.
Yo, that video's funny. That's the funniest video in hip hop history, man. That shit is hilarious.
Yo, I
don't want to say that Michael couldn't imitate Hammer as well as Hammer could imitate MJ. MJ had a lot of dancing talent.
MJ was very, very limber, super limber and smooth. Like his thing was like a ballet infused with like just Michael Jacksonism. Versus like Hammer came with more like an urban like poppin' feel, and don't get me wrong, MJ did kill the robot, but I'm just saying, Hammer had that crazy ass footwork. I'm so amazed at it. Like we're kind of looking at the video at the same time as we're talking this, but internet, y'all gotta hit us up and let us know. Like I said, conventional wisdom is to say Michael Jackson, but you gotta take away the legendary status, the legacy, and just look at actual like dancing on stage. Like I said, Michael Jackson had the moonwalk. MC Hammer had the freaking typewriter, and it was this crazy ass other dance. You got to skip ahead some more.
I know. Yeah, I'm about to say. This video is like 14 minutes long, and it has celebrity cameos.
Let it ride. I was like to see all the. I didn't.
Oh, it got Ralph in it.
Yeah, this is an old ass video with it's like Danny Glover's in it, Ralph Tresvant, Henry Winkler.
You know what's crazy about this video is like there's this the second half of the song, the Too Legit to Quit video.
Tony
like he's working
video.
out in like this gym that's on fire. Like the gym's on fire, and he's lifting like little 10-pound dumbbells and everything. You guys skip forward, man. We only got an hour. This is half the show right here.
Yeah, all right.
I don't even know what Ralph's talking about.
Like, okay, I figured
not half. No, not there. You got to go back.
I see the gym on fire right here.
Yeah, if you want to find James Brown, it might be like around right there. Click. I'm sorry, internet. Y'all can't see this.
Wait. I mean, just go on YouTube and look up.
I'm looking at this, man. Hammer may have him, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at this video. He does some crazy stuff.
All right, okay. Well, I mean, I think I'm about to get to the.
Nah, you gotta go a little bit more. Like this is when Hammer was trying to.
He was trying to make a Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
video.
he was trying to make a Michael Jackson to video. Oh wait, maybe. I don't know, man. It's been so long since we've seen this. You gotta also look up You Can't Touch This.
No, I remember You Can't Touch This vividly, and I remember watching like You Can't Touch This.
He had a deep ass V-neck on. All right, so here it is. This is the castle with
and nigga, that wasn't
James
no
Brown.
V-neck. That shit.
It's suspenders. Suspenders. He had on a V-neck suspender.
That was shoulder pads with.
Is that a quail?
If your belly button is out,
what the fuck is a quail doing in the video? It's just mad random.
He was like that's how I get that. I put quails in my video. I don't do doves.
All right, so James Brown's right there. This is young James Brown.
Well, as young as 1992 is, or whatever this video came out. Because I remember I loved him when he came out.
Everybody did. Yo, the Too Legit tour.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, like that's the You Can't Touch This.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all about the Too Legit tour. Imagine this: your opening act in 1992 is TLC, Boyz II Men, and Jodeci.
Damn,
that's your opening acts. This is before they like all. Imagine all your opening acts became
on to be
the biggest
artists.
The biggest groups.
They wouldn't be
people.
bigger than you.
Yeah, bigger than Hammer.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the peak. He was the hierarchy of like pop, mainstream hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that.
Yeah,
I can imagine that.
But remember, this is before all of them. Like all of them had just had like a debut album. Like it's funny because each one of their second albums was like the jump off for them. That sophomore slump that they avoided. But like. That's the reason why the tour ended up getting canceled, because it got too expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. And the tour traveled for like 10 years. It was a long ass tour.
Did it really?
I mean, no, it was like, I want to say it was maybe like 3 years. I don't know how long the Too Legit tour was, but it was long because they changed out acts here and there. But I don't know if any of Michael Jackson's tours could top the Too Legit tour.
But I'm sure they didn't make as much. Like Michael Jackson could tour like worldwide.
That is true.
I feel like MC Hammer was like, he was probably big worldwide, but he wasn't like as huge. Michael Jackson was, yeah. Whenever MC Hammer died, ain't nobody gonna be worried about. But I mean, you saw what happened when Michael Jackson died. There was a little Japanese boy, 3 years old, never even heard a new Michael song in his life, crying.
Yeah.
He was crying because of the moment. He wasn't crying because Michael. He crying. Everybody around him crying. That's why he was crying.
Like, honestly, yeah, he just passed the torch. Honestly, I don't understand why a 3-year-old was crying, because he didn't. I don't understand why a 3-year-old.
Michael hadn't even had a song out before you was born.
Yeah, but Michael was like, he made some timeless music, and it's like,
no, he did.
I mean, Hammer made some timeless music. A couple singles.
Do you think You Can't Touch This is timeless?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You Can't Touch This? Like Family Guy did the hell out of that shit. I mean, it's timeless. Yeah.
I saw a commercial where You Can't Touch This like a week ago. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
It's not as many hits as
that's
or
his,
James Brown for that matter, but
that's his penultimate right there. Is You Can't Touch This. Everybody knows, even though it was a Rick James beat, like everybody knows Can't Touch This.
The only thing that stopped Hammer was his financing. That was it.
You say Hammer didn't reach his full potential?
Nah, he could have kept going. He was actually, getting aside from dancing, he was actually a legit spitter too.
But nobody was putting Hammer on their tracks though at the time.
No,
well, but there wasn't many collabs back then either.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a bunch of.
There was a lot more, groups that were already grouped together. Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was a one-man show. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to collaborate almost.
That's true. Sold what, like 100,000 out of the trunk of his car?
Maybe James Brown gave him the torch because he was like, well, Hammer got his own moves and Mike just took a bunch of mine.
You think James Brown was beefing with Mike at this point? Because that's a big thing to say when like the dude, the biggest megastar, highest selling album of all time, idolizes you, just like, yeah, I'm gonna give it to this other dude.
I can honestly say Mike like took moves. Like Mike said, he took moves.
Yeah.
So it's like Hammer definitely came with his own shit. Man, we've been talking this whole time and Hammer still ain't started dancing yet.
It's a whole it's a huge intro.
The song ain't even started yet on this Too Legit to Quit video.
You know what? After the 70s, I don't think Michael Jackson could dance in the club no more.
Oh man,
I don't think he knew how to dance in the club after the 70s. Like, the 70s you could get away with like that disco, but after going to the 80s, he was just doing some stuff. He was kicking.
There we go.
And Hammer. Spinning.
There we go, Hammer.
And this is not even Hammer's, best like dance work. Too legit for the folks that are just now tuning in. I don't know why you fast forwarded this far into the podcast.
No, do you see his legs? What is he doing here?
Yeah,
it's just a crisscross. I ain't doubt it.
Can you do it? Jamaal, I've never seen you dance in your life. In my life, since I know you, I ain't never. That's a better way to put it. Since I know you, I ain't never.
That's
seen
a lie.
You dance.
And then two, yeah, I could do that.
I ain't never seen you dance like this. I've seen you dance in the club with grinding your penis on the back of somebody's neck. But I ain't seen you dancing. I ain't seen you dance like this.
Get up and do it right now.
Right here on this table.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna let I tune. I gotta warm up. I gotta stretch.
This is the time where music videos were like, you had to drop a cool million.
Stories.
Yeah. Whenever I get home, I'm gonna go watch this video because we're honestly not watching this video with sound. So I'm gonna get home and go watch this with sound. And just see exactly what the fuck they talk about, because it's a super long intro, but
Mad Fire and
this is
that's an expensive video. That's the gym that's on fire.
Yeah, super. Like, do you see the dude boxing? It's like, you really, yeah. It's a bunch of people working out down there in the Hell's Gym. Yo, that's what it is. It's Hell's Gym. I guess that's how he gets. The
fucking.
Why is he wearing that one piece though?
That was his thing.
That was his thing. He always had.
He always had the Andre the Giant.
With the shorts though.
Yo, the art director of this video must have been on acid. Like,
no, you know the thing about the 90s. There's two colors, red or blue. every video in the 90s had like a blue gel or a red gel on it. That was the entire video.
John, you pointed this out to me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that is true. Everything had that blue tint or like a red tint. Because if you go watch the Warren G. Regulator video, that shit blue as hell.
Yep. That was the thing. This is like, I guess they just discovered gels for music videos.
Yeah. Or they have a black and white filter. It'll just be black and white kind of shit. Yeah. Like some old Ice Cube, Tupac's Trap was like black and white.
Okay, all right. Best original dancer. I might have to go Hammer.
Hammer got that charisma. Like, look at him. He's killing it. Y'all can't look at it because y'all probably in your car or listen to it in your bed. But like, he's got the charisma.
When you get home, if you're in the car, when you get home, go look at MC Hammer's videos. Like, this motherfucker is getting down. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely a Michael Jackson fan. Like, I don't care if he touched them little boys. I'm joking. But like, I'm a fan, and it's
why does that subject always have to come up with MJ? He was acquitted
because he did it.
He was acquitted, all right,
because he did it.
He was acquitted. Under a court of law.
I won't even say he did it. I won't even, because a lot of people were just after the money. I'm not even gonna say he did it.
Here is my theory on it. Michael Jackson cannot defend himself competently, and because of that, people knew that.
What does that mean?
No,
he had right to counsel.
No, I'm saying like he can't defend. Like, when you look at Michael Jackson and you accuse him of something because he's such a weird individual, like he's just a weird person. Not even saying like wacko jacko, but he just happens to be a person that's weird, but it could sing his ass off. So because of his weird nature, like, you could accuse him of something and the public would be like, yeah, he probably did it because he's not a normal person. And I think people took advantage of that, because I remember hearing about an interview where like the interviewer asked Michael Jackson like, hey, are you gay? And he told the interviewer to stop. And the guy was like, what do you want? He was just like, I don't want to answer that question because I don't want to offend my gay like fans. Now you would think, why didn't you just say that, during the interview? But he was just...
He didn't want to go down that road.
He was just that type of guy. In fact,
I'm sorry. I'm a kind of guy, like, I had to see the proof, the evidence. I had to see the finger in the boy butt of tape to believe. Okay, Michael Jackson's fucking around with some little boys.
What,
I don't believe
what
that shit.
grown man do you know builds a fucking like theme park just to have kids come over his house?
Yeah.
It's hard. Hold on. It's hard to defend that. No. It's hard to say
have
like
kids come over and just fucking play with him.
But
you know what? He's been working since he was a little kid. He's been on the stage since he was like 5.
I won't even say.
But if you're in that mindset,
I won't even say it was the park was just for the kids. I think it was more for it was probably for him. But then he was like, well, I know kids will love this too, because this is what I would have wanted if I was a kid. It's still a kid, right, even though it's. That's why I think. But anyway,
I blame parents. I ain't taking my kids over no grown man house.
That's the thing. I wouldn't either.
I don't give a fuck. Give us Michael. No, you ain't gonna play with Michael Jackson.
I would have took him over there. I just wouldn't let him spend the night.
I would have went with my kids. I would have went to Neverland. We would have had a fucking ball.
I would have went with my kids. I would not send my kids there because I honestly think mentally something is wrong with Michael Jackson, but it was overlooked because he was such a talented person. And that's what the whole thing, like, when you talk about sleeping with boys, like sleeping, like, Michael Jackson should not be left alone. He's one of those people where it's like someone should be caretaking him. Yeah. He's a little special because they used to say when he was a kid, when they'd be on tour, like, Jackie, Jermaine, all of them would be sitting there with like groupies and stuff, and Michael Jackson would be sitting there reading Jehovah's Witness, quotes and stuff like that. Like, he was just
I don't see anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but like he was that type of person. Like, he was super religious. He something was just mentally wrong with him. I think we all just overlooked it.
And he made a song about his pet rat.
I think we all overlooked it.
All right. Back to the main point, though. Like, I agree with John. I do agree with John. But the main point I was making before I was talking about him fucking with little boy. He's
there's the glove
shots.
Right there.
He's throwing shots at Michael. I gotta go listen to this video for real. My MC Hammer's throwing shots at Michael.
And he got to show the tassels on.
Yeah. But anyway, what I wanted to say is like, I'm mad he threw shots at Michael though. So fuck Hammer.
We had to, man. This is This is before.
I can't say fuck Hammer because this is before
Dangerous, I think. So he had to.
Yeah, this is when like Hammer still had a shot. Now we looking at a post when it's like no competition, but Hammer, he still felt like he had a shot then.
Fuck Hammer, yo. He went at Michael, yo.
I would have went at Michael too, man. Fuck that.
Hold up. I think this is
be the best.
This is post this is post Dangerous. So I think he kind of had to take that shot. Yeah. No, this is the same time. Too Legit was 1991, Dangerous was 1991. So
I guess it's the.
I mean, the two biggest stars at the time. Yeah, the two biggest stars at the time, like they had
I
to
guess
do it.
it's
Mike Jackson
the
and
equivalent.
Dangerous was
It's
so
the
dope.
equivalent. It's the equivalent of.
Because Dangerous had Remember the Times. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's the equivalent of Kanye West snatching that mic from that. Talking about
the little girl.
Yeah,
It ain't the
from
equivalent.
Taylor
This is-
Swift.
this is
How is it
more
not the
like-
equivalent?
I think it's equivalent.
Somewhat. I'm sorry.
It's
Not
equivalent to
but
like
somewhat.
Jay-Z and Nas at the time when they were beefing. Like now, people was like Nas went at Jay-Z. Jay-Z's like the biggest motherfucker.
Well, I was
in
thinking more like multi-genre in a sense. But yeah, you kind of right too in that.
Dangerous was an okay album. I'm looking at the track list right now. I'm like,
I'm just thinking about Remember the Times.
Yeah.
Remember the Times was that video though.
that was Teddy Riley. I didn't know that.
He had what's his name?
Teddy
what's
Riley.
His name? Naomi
That's
Campbell.
1991.
He had
That's a good
Naomi
album,
Campbell
though,
in the
still.
video. He had Eddie Murphy in the video.
You know,
Magic
he
Johnson in the video. Zeus in the video.
You know, I like Michael Jackson, but there's only like a good 5 songs that I really fuck with. Other than that, I'm just like
5.
I'm just
Yo,
like-
people, did you hear this motherfucker just said he only like 5 Michael Jackson songs?
No. I said I like him, but there's only 5 songs I really fuck with.
Michael Jackson got
Other
more
than-
songs than I can count on my.
I mean, he do,
on
but
my
I'm talking
hand-
about
my
like
toes
songs
and my-
that I'll
and
be
my
like,
fingers
I
that
can
I
hear
can-
those at any time. Other than that, it's just like
I
it's
don't know
just
about
another
that.
song to me.
So
I
what's
can't
your
agree with you
what's
on
your
that.
Not
five-
even during the
what's your-
Jacksons era, Jackson 5 era. You don't even.
So what's your 5
Like-
Michael songs?
Yeah, what's your 5 Michael
wouldn't
songs?
hear
Like Dirty Diana, I fucking love that song. Remember the Times,
Dirty Diana is like my
Thriller.
8th.
Let's see. I do like
You going too slow.
Beat It.
You
I'm
going
trying to
too
think of
slow.
the names of them.
He got think of the name.
I like Smooth
of the
Criminal.
song.
Like I don't know. I've never
You might
been
need.
like.
You might need to go cop
You
the
need,
greatest
you need
hits
to
or
just go
something.
listen.
No,
You might need to
I
cop the
do
greatest hits
listen.
and listen to that shit.
They play Michael Jackson all day at work. I hear.
No, I'm talking about
so
the
many-
non-radio
no.
singles.
No, I'm for real. We play Michael Jackson all day at fucking work, especially around that time. Like I've heard, and it's just they cool. Like they're good songs, but ain't like yeah.
And this
Billie
was-
Jean?
He just
Billie
said
Jean's
he
gotta
just
be
said
on top
Michael Jackson
5.
got good songs.
I mean, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, that's your opinion. Like you also hate Beyonce, but I mean,
I don't hate Beyonce.
That's-
but
Go to the next.
Whoa,
this and
wait,
that.
wait,
I know.
yeah,
Before
yeah.
you go to the this, that's a whole.
no,
nother
this is a
argument.
great segue for the next this
Yeah.
or that.
So the next this or that is who's had the better career, Janet Jackson or Beyonce?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
no, you wanted to go to the next.
Yeah, you want to go to the next thing.
I thought
Who's,
you were about to say something else though.
who's had the better career?
Career so far, I mean, because Janet Jackson's career has spanned 20 years, but Beyonce has, I think, the better beginning to her career.
Yeah. Although the critics do trash in her first album until the public was like, nah, we like this.
Did they really? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, no, they trashed her first album. Like before it came out, they was just like, yeah, she's gonna be a flop. Need to go back to Destiny's Child. But then it came out, and it was like 9 number 1 hits, 9 singles. They hated her first
I'll tell you
album.
one thing Beyonce do well. She releases like almost every song off her CD as a single.
Yeah,
Well, okay. Put it this way.
I mean, if they worthy of singles though.
Yeah. Like, cause it's not even, you said that, but it's like every one of her songs when you listen to her album, it's like single worthy. It's not like she has songs
I've
that
heard other albums that have been single worthy, but they haven't released them all like as
I mean, that's
singles.
them, though. That's on them.
just because you feel, I'm about
That's
to say,
on them.
just because if your record company don't feel like you're gonna make the money by releasing it as a single, then they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, the
'Cause
public don't vote on your singles.
Michael Jackson, going back to Michael, Thriller, it's like every fucking song on his album was a single. And like he toured Thriller for years.
It was the highest selling record of all time.
Yeah, he toured Thriller.
He has number
for-
1 and number 2.
What was number 2?
I think it's bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
So, but
Stupid ass record.
Janet Jackson had
I like that record.
had 2 albums before her biggest one, which was Control. She had Janet Jackson come out, and then Dream Street, and then Control was like I know she like critically those two albums weren't like that great. Then Control came out and
She rocked it. Then she had Rhythm Nation.
Yeah.
Then she started getting nasty. She started liking getting beat during sex. The real Janet came out, and I know all the Beyonce minions will come out and be like, "How dare you say that Janet's?" I'm not saying Janet's a better singer. I'm just saying she's had the better career, and I think Beyonce's got a long way to go before she ever touches Janet Jackson. Now, granted,
I wouldn't say a long way. I wouldn't say a long way.
I want to say
also, how many albums has Beyonce come out with so far?
Including Destiny's Child?
Or no, singles. I
Solo.
want to say singles, solo albums. Let's look that up.
Janet's had 1, 2,
I would think you should
3,
include
4,
Destiny's Child
5,
because
6, 7,
she kind of
8,
ran
9,
that shit.
10.
It wasn't like she was some side girl.
Like,
and
no,
then
Janet's had 10.
I get why you would say.
I would say. I mean, when you think of like Survivor and
You know,
Bootylicious and all that shit, you would have to include Destiny's Child.
I gotta give you. I kind of gotta give you Destiny's Child because it's not. Like,
I don't.
Because it's not like Janet Jackson. Because it's almost like Beyonce was famous before she went single, right? Janet Jackson, because she was a member of the Jacksons, was famous before she.
She was, but she wasn't leading.
Yeah, she was.
wasn't
She just
leading
came.
the-
She
She
came
was
out
like forget about like she was the forgotten Jackson.
No,
Yeah.
no, she was not. She was definitely on TV before she started singing.
That's-
She was definitely an actress.
She was on the Cosby Show.
Okay, she was
on
an
the
actress,
Cosby
but
Show,
I'm
she
talking
was
about for
on-
like singing.
But I'm saying in relating
but
to groups.
No,
like
man,
you can't.
But
okay.
what I'm saying
Go
is
ahead.
you can't just be like I'm trying to compare the two is because Beyonce was famous because of Janet Jackson. They sold millions of records, and it's like Janet Jackson wasn't selling millions of records, but people knew who every single fucking Jackson was.
No.
Hold on, people knew who every Jackson was, and then she was after the Jackson 5. She was the next famous Jackson because she was on TV acting and getting her name out there like beforehand.
in the same retrospect as Beyonce leading Destiny's Child.
But-
is that what you're saying?
No,
Okay,
I'm not.
okay.
I'm not saying that, but I'm
Okay.
saying you got to give like you can't just write off what Janet Jackson was
I'm not-
doing
yeah, that's- I'm not-
before.
I'm not-
That's all I'm saying.
okay.
I do write it off because so many people, like so many actors and actresses today, try to like cross over and like it don't carry.
But that's the thing too. Like Janet Jackson did a lot of acting. Beyonce has done a little bit,
And-
but no acting that she's done has been received well. I'm talking about from Finding Temptations to Gold Member, Austin Powers Gold Member to what else she's been in.
The hip hopper.
Yeah, like
And
her
also,
acting isn't
I
received as
can't
well
count
as Janet.
Destiny's Child because that was more of a group sound. I know
What was-
Beyonce was the main one, but like without the group, those songs wouldn't have been
All right,
as
so
popular.
if you okay, so
Okay.
basically you're saying you want to discount the early careers. If you
Yeah,
want to discount
I'm talking about
that,
just solo careers.
solo career. Cool.
What
I'd
was-
rather take that than you saying you counting Beyonce's group career and then
Control
not
sold
counting-
14 million,
Yeah.
5 times platinum. Rhythm Nation sold 14 million, 6 times platinum. Janet, good God, Janet sold 20 million. You can tell when the drop off when Napster came out. Janet sold 20 million. Velvet Rope sold 10 million. All For You 7 million. Demita Joe 3 million. That's surprising. That was actually All For You and her middle name sold
Demita
after
Joe.
Napster came out. But 7.3, you see the drop off. 1.2 for 20-year-old, and Discipline was not even 500,000.
Yeah, Discipline I heard was a bad album though. I didn't listen to it. So.
Discipline wasn't bad. What was the one Jermaine Dupri like broke up with her with? It was one album was really. I think 20-year-old was that one. It was pretty bad. Discipline, she kind of came back. She has some good little hidden gems in it. Because I'm a Janet Jackson fan. Like you said, she's not a powerful singer. She reminds me of, and people are gonna hate this.
20-year-old might be the one I heard was a bad album. I heard one of these last ones was a bad album. Is all I'm saying.
Like when I think of like Aaliyah, I think of Janet. Like not a powerful voice, but just like.
That, like,
just
soft,
that
smooth
good,
voice.
soft, smooth ballad. Same thing with Sierra. Like people hate comparing Sierra to Leah, but I'm like, but they both can dance and sing soft. Tell them to yell in the room. It's going to sound exactly like them whispering.
Sierra was a
Also,
better dancer,
if
though.
you want to,
think
one
so?
thing I want to say,
I do think so too.
Sierra's
Aaliyah?
better
Yeah.
dancing than Janet.
No, Sierra
Oh.
better dancer than you talking about Aaliyah.
I like Aaliyah's
Oh,
I'm about to say
dress.
Janet can give it
Aaliyah
to a
had-
chair. You ain't seen her Janet in concert.
no,
she,
yeah.
she be giving it to the chair.
Aaliyah had the better. I think more my favorite kind of music, but Sierra was definitely shit.
I want to make a point. Like, you know, it's almost hard to compare album sales. So it's like because
Different
Beyonce
genres.
will never sell as much as Janet just because of the times.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
But like, because I was so young when like A Control came out in '86. I was 1 year old.
But I'm just saying, songs like Anytime, Any Place, though, that'll get you some kids right there.
It's true, but
Kendrick sampled it.
you never know you never know who's gonna be sampling Beyonce because it's almost
That's
like
true.
when you
It's kinda taboo right now.
When you're young and it's like somebody that's 3 years old right now listening, or not 3 years old, but maybe like 5 years old or 10 years old listening to Beyonce, and that's all they know since they've been born. Whenever they finally get their record deal at 20, they're gonna might be sampling some Beyonce. They might.
So
be
how
like,
many like albums do Beyonce have right now?
Janet
4.
has 10.
Beyonce has 4.
4.
Including Destiny's Child, how many?
Destiny's
That's
Child
like
only had
8.
like how many albums did Destiny's Child had?
They
I
had
think
at least
like
3 or 4.
They had at least 3.
Yeah, hold on. I'll tell
3?
you in just a second. They had 1, 2, 3, 4.
They had 4.
So I don't know. Better career? Yeah, definitely Janet Jackson. I can easily say Janet Jackson, but Beyonce is on her heels.
All right, well, here's a good one. This is for the guys, because we didn't want to leave you out, because I know y'all sitting there like, man, these niggas talking about
Yeah, that's
some
why I was like, I
soft-ass
ain't want to
marshmallow.
talk about that shit, but go ahead.
All right.
Keep it moving.
Who has the better highlight reel? Dominique Wilkins or Vince Carter?
Oh, shit, that's a good one. God damn, that's
Vince.
Are we?
Wait, wait.
Are we including dunk contests too?
Nick was called the human highlight, but Vince Carter was
Man,
Vince
no.
Carter was what?
Wait.
Vince
I did-
Carter.
Let me put. Okay. Let me
Carter,
put it before Lewis do,
Yeah.
because Lewis is more the sports head, and he probably break it down more. I'm gonna just say that Vince was a better acrobatic. This nigga was jumping over people's heads, but Dominique was slamming the shit out of people's faces. You talking about in the face? Like that shit was just all day with Dominique. I mean, that shit was crucial.
I would say this.
Crucial, man.
I would say
You
this.
know, he was the first person to break a backboard too.
No, he wasn't.
Was he? Yeah, he was.
You heard that shit. That ain't he wasn't the first person to break his
Yeah, he
leg.
was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
So then who was the first? I know Shaq's broken
Look that
plenty.
shit
I
up.
feel like Dominique.
I think he was.
I think it was
I feel like he was, and I
about
want
to say-
an apology when we find that shit out.
Dominique wasn't because he was actually playing when actual breakaway rims were still in style. That's the reason why they had breakaway rims, because people was breaking the backboards.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Lewis. Then I
But-
apologize.
Dominique's, some of his probably look better
Chuck
because
Connors.
of his size.
That's who it was. Chuck Connors.
Oh, it was the first person. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead, Lou. What would you say?
I'm about to say Dominique's, they may look more impressive because of his size, but Vince Carter is like the best in-game dunker
Oh, okay.
of all
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
When he done, look, he owned the year 2000 with the dunk contest.
No,
and
I'm talking
dunking
about.
on the 7-footer?
I'm talking about dunk contest and in-game dunking.
and Olympics.
Vince Carter
And Olympics.
was
And college.
the like that motherfucker got highlights for days. Don't get me wrong. Dominique
Vince Carter
Wilkins,
is the best dunker the NBA's ever seen.
Hold on, I gotta look up a discrepancy real quick. Hold on. What was Vince Carter was what 6'6" or 6'8"?
He was
6'6".
6',
So 6'7".
6'7".
Dominique 6'8".
Was
Okay.
Dominique 6'8"?
Yeah, that's what his stats list him as.
Yeah, it does say it right here, 6'8".
Could have sworn Dominique was smaller.
I thought he was bigger than that. To be honest with you.
But I mean, you was going into like
But-
college
and you just
highlight
said-
reels and shit
you
like
just
that.
said
Did, back
highlight
in the
reel.
day, did they have highlight reels for college players like that?
No, they didn't.
No, he didn't.
See, I mean, that's
But-
all the
they didn't
priceless,
have-
all
no,
the
no,
priceless
I mean,
moments might
I'm-
not got caught on tape. But you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I'll say I didn't even watch Vince in college. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch college sports at all.
I did. That was when,
Before I
did.
when I was actually a Tar Heel fan.
Yeah, I didn't watch college
the Tar
college
Heels.
sports as all as a youngster. But I remember when Dominique Wilkins was playing, and I of course remember when Vince Carter was playing. And obviously I wasn't born when Neek started playing, so I don't know how his I don't know. Yeah, I might have been born when he started playing. But
1982, you weren't.
yeah. Either way, I don't remember his prime time of his career, but I kind of like I watch basketball, so I'm like, I know.
And then naturally,
Vince Carter is the better highlight.
players have became more
He
athletic.
just know. You just go with it.
It's just really like the evolution of athletic people. Like today's athletes is so much better than the other ones. And like, I would put Vince Carter's highlight reels up against anybody's.
Like,
I think Dominique has the best dunk ones, though.
Even LeBron, like
the only
whoever you think is the best highlight guy right now, Vince Carter still can match his highlight reel.
The only dude that may touch him is Andrew Wiggins. For y'all don't know, he's a freshman in college, went to Kansas, going to Kansas this year. Check him out. He could rival Vince Carter because he's like that type of athlete.
How tall is he?
He's around that 6'8".
6'6". It's something magical about that 6'6" number, boy.
He's listed as the
because
best prospect since LeBron James.
Because it's like that 6'6" is still like, it ain't too much where it's like
you look huge dunking.
Yeah, but you still like can get high.
Dominique did an ass load of two-handed dunk. He was the master of the two-handed dunk, if anything. Vince was the master of like, I'm gonna just put this one hand where I want.
I'm sorry, that dunk he had on Alonzo Mourning.
Yes,
when he just paused in the air.
Everybody dunks on Alonzo Mourning, first of all.
Yeah,
but he had like two on Alonzo
because he stole the ball, jumped up, paused. Alonzo went down and then he dunked it on him. Like, it was ridiculous.
I'll tell you my favorite basketball highlight though. It's neither of these guys though. My favorite, if you guys want to look this up, my favorite dunk is Tracy McGrady on Sean Bradley in the NBA first round of the playoffs in the NBA. He like was on the baseline and just like Lewis knows what I'm talking about. He just killed him. And then I think my second favorite, I can't remember who Steve Francis was at the time.
Yao Ming.
No, he didn't. I think he was on the Rockets at the time.
Yeah.
But he was like, it's like he was coming down court on a fast break. He paused. He was like at just past half court. He was like, "Am I gonna do this?" And then he was like, "Fuck it!" And then he ran to the basket and just dunked on somebody. I can't remember who it was, but it was just such a fucking great play.
I'll tell you who my favorite is of all time is Jordan's dunk on Patrick Ewing.
That's a great dunk.
Getting out that corner,
another baseline.
Yeah, that just the way he got out the corner. Those two dudes bit so hard on that move, that simple little move, and then just to top it off with the dunk on Ewing. That's my favorite all time. In fact, the second favorite is still a Jordan one. It's he was coming through the lane and he got hooked. He went up with with his left arm up to, I guess, shield himself from all the hands, and he got hooked. So he turned his body so that his right hand was now in front and still completed the dunk. But the one on Ewing is still my favorite.
I may be like prisoner of the moment because it's the most recent one, but DeAndre Jordan's dunk on Brandon Knight.
No, that's still nasty.
That is like my favorite dunk because it was like this alley. It is just so like he tried so hard. Like this is coming. This is not going to happen. Oh, it happened. And this way he laid there afterwards.
And then like Brandon Knight shouldn't have jumped first of all. And then it's hard for me to get like to think about it in all dunks around. Like in association with all dunks, it's hard to me to think about it as like the best ever, just because DeAndre Jordan is almost 7 feet tall. Brandon Knight is 6'3", maybe.
He jumped though.
Yeah, he shouldn't have jumped. And don't get me wrong, it's a great play. I love watching that highlight.
It was failed coverage too, right? The center like pulled away or something like that.
It was an alley. So
it was actually proper rotation. The center went to go help.
Yeah,
the guy's supposed to drop down and cover the paint, but it just wasn't nothing he could do about it.
I don't think we'll get that satisfaction out of this NBA season. Like last season, like with LeBron's dunk on the Celtics.
Satisfaction?
Like last season was just a lot of great just moments,
that's what you mean.
Including the finals.
I'm not saying that because the year before that, there was a lot of great dunks just from Blake Griffin himself.
Another dunk too. That's one of my favorites. Is Kevin Durant on Brandon Haywood.
Yes, I remember exactly what you're talking about.
He still plays?
Woo!
I didn't see it.
No, it was 2 years ago when the Thunder went to the finals. It was whenever they played the Mavericks. He got Hayward is all I want to say. Yeah. Oh wait, was it 2 years ago or was it the year before whenever the Mavericks went?
I want to say it was 2 years ago.
When the Thunder went?
Yeah.
Okay, either way, He got Hayward. I mean, and Hayward is still in the league if you still ask him. But
Yeah, I was wondering. I'll say this. I think last year's finals, the series, best finals of all time.
No, I agree. I totally
I agree too.
Like, it's nothing comparable to it just because that was
Everything that was on the line and how it went down to Game 7. And the way Game 6 ended? What?
Every game was well, I won't say every game was competitive because every game wasn't competitive because but
1 and 2 were blowouts, and then those last
two were like so fucking good. The way and like you said, the way Game 6 ended, the Spurs should have had it right there.
Yeah.
And
24 seconds away from a championship.
And it's like, whenever I think about it, LeBron looks so dejected at like 30 seconds left in the game. He was just like, man, we lost. You can just look at his face and be like, yo, that nigga want to cry right now.
And the significance of the headband coming off, the fact that they were roping off the thing when in Game 7 when Tim Duncan missed the bunny, and you can see, that's the first time I ever seen Tim Duncan mad, and I felt bad. I was like, dang, can y'all just give him a trophy for being Tim Duncan?
Like, that's my boy.
I think that honestly, like, I mean, name a better finals.
And then you know what?
I can't.
It had everything. It had the Game 7, but it also had all the like Hall of Fame players is going to be. Like, you got, of course, Tim Duncan, automatic Hall of Famer.
Ginobili played his way out.
Dwayne Wade. LeBron James. Ray Allen. Ginobili is still a Hall of Famer in my book. Tony Parker is working towards it. Like,
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I would give it to him. But
he's
you know,
been a Finals MVP. He's got 3 rings. He's got 3 rings.
Yeah,
he got a coach.
I would give it to Greg Popovich is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that like even
Eric Spoelstra got 2 early rings.
Could work his way to a Hall of Famer. Yeah. Obviously, LeBron and D Wade are Hall of Famers, and Chris Bosh is good enough, even though he shitted on that finals. Like,
Game 7,
he's good enough. Like,
it depends on how he ends his career.
Like, people forget about how fucking good he was in Toronto
because he's willing to take the third wheel.
Yeah, like he is a star in his own right. Even though people keep making these jokes about him and calling him gay, he might be gay. I don't care if he's gay, whatever. And he be photobombing like. He does it on purpose.
Yeah, that's funny.
He makes those faces on purpose. Those photobomb faces. He does that shit on purpose. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody just gets caught that often doing suspect faces. But Chris Bosh is a all-star in his own right. Is all I'm saying.
I'll tell you what nobody gives him enough credit for, and I know it was the end of the game. People call it a garbage. Like that block, Game 6 on Danny Green in overtime,
that was huge.
That was Danny Green had an open look, and Chris Bosh covering him, and like people probably just thought, oh man, he was going out of bounds. No, that was a huge moment. Like the fact that he had 0 points in Game 7 doesn't matter because that block, y'all, Danny Green, and it's so funny because by like game, like I want to say
Danny
3,
Green was murdering the Heat.
Game 3, I kept tweeting. I was like, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. I was like, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I was like, I think the Spurs will die by the 3. And when Chris Bosh said Danny Green is not going to score no more, and they took him out and O'Neal or Neal, whatever his name is, that was the end of it.
You know what a lot of people don't realize either? Like, Chris Bosh's main task was to guard Tim Duncan that series.
Yeah.
So he was like spending so much energy on the defensive end, guarding the greatest power forward of all time.
And he did well.
Like what do you have left?
Tim Duncan wasn't scoring a bunch. I think Game 6, he was having or was it Game 6? One of those, maybe even both of those games, he was having a tremendous game. I can't remember which one it was, but he was playing like he had a bunch of points in Game 6. I think it was Game 6 because I was thinking to myself, I don't know if they're gonna be able to muster that type of performance out of him for another game.
Yeah, it was Game 6.
He had
he gave his all. Yeah,
I think mad points.
I think Tim Duncan was so mad he missed that money because it was over Shane Battier. Like, had it been over Chris Bosh, you'd be like, yeah, I understand. Yeah, but everybody scores a bunny over Shane Battier.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I think that was the Spurs. Like, that was it for the Spurs. I don't think they get back at all with this group.
Yeah. Did they sweep the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
they whooped everybody's ass on the way to the finals.
Well, not the Warriors.
Oh yeah, they beat the Warriors in 6.
Yeah.
I hope Miami's got one more in them.
Next, this is that.
I mean, that was my biggest one right there.
So, did you just for reference, the topic was Dominique Wilkins and Vince Carter.
Yeah, it was a better highlight reel.
Yeah, I heard that wrong. That's why I was talking kind of reckless. I heard Daryl Dawkins. I don't know why. I don't know why.
How the fuck you hear?
That's why I talk about the that's why I talk about the breakaway.
Okay,
yeah, that's
okay.
why when you said, I was like, yeah.
And then when you were saying he was dunking on people, I was
Chocolate
like, okay,
Thunder.
I remember.
Okay, I give you that one.
I remember Dominique Wilkins dunking on a few people. I don't remember him dunking on a bunch of people.
I don't know why
because you
I
were
heard.
saying that.
Yeah,
And
I heard Daryl Dawkins in my head. Sorry, I had to
wrong.
apologize.
I like
for that.
Daryl Dawkins, but he's down my list on greatest dunkers though.
So
Yeah,
in their prime, who you taking, Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe.
I'm taking LeBron.
You know
Oh,
hey,
boy.
let me take my back. I want to think about
Wait.
mine a little bit more.
What are you classifying? All right, so obviously LeBron's
You see
prime
LeBron's prime right now.
What is Kobe's prime?
Kobe's prime is when they won.
No, I wouldn't even say
First time when they won with like Powell.
Yeah,
like that one.
Yeah, okay, that's Kobe's prime. Kobe's prime is a lot later than
Because
LeBron's
at 3P was
prime.
with Shaq. I'm talking about when Shaq left and like
Kobe was just like
Kobe was just
when
killer.
Kobe
And then
scored
Kobe
81,
got Powell.
That's when he was
When
prime.
Kobe got Powell.
Okay.
Well, actually, I want to say a little bit before Kobe got Powell. Like
You give
I
a
want to
little
say
bit.
it was when the Lakers was sucking. That was whenever Kobe was in like his ultimate prime. Because he was just was just a scoring machine.
It's hard for me to say
And you know,
because
I got to take it back because I got to go with LeBron because LeBron is just a monster all day.
Kobe is the perfect closer. He's a way better closer from the technique. He's a way better closer than LeBron. But the thing is, like LeBron, if you say, "Hey, we're down 9, need you to go out there and score 11," he can just bully his way in when it matters. And effectively, that is closing.
But-
His way of closing is not
I'm
as
sorry.
pretty as Kobe's.
I'm sorry, but the thing about LeBron needs to. If you told him to go do that, he can go do that through the first and the third better. If you told Kobe to go score 11 in the fourth,
He gonna
put it this way: I want LeBron during the first 40 minutes, but I want Kobe during the last 2.
I like to
That's
say
why
that.
I would say
I-
Kobe
yeah.
better. That's why I
But you
say
know what
Kobe
though?
better.
Like LeBron put so many teams away early that he didn't really need to close.
That's true. That's very true too. But
And he makes everybody around him better. Kobe is really just Kobe.
yeah.
See,
You're right.
I love LeBron the same reason why I love Shaq, because like I love unstoppable people. I love juggernauts in basketball. People you cannot stop no matter what you do. And I like when they do through power. Like there's certain people that you just can't, like you can't stop Kobe because he's gonna find a way to score over you. But like I love a person who's just so physically gifted that it's just like, what can you do?
That's
Just make
why,
you mad.
Yeah, what can you do?
Just like in football, like somebody like Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, like,
it's
what can you do?
If you're a defensive back and you see him running at you, he's got by the line, and you're like,
Either gonna juke me or gonna run over me.
yeah, it's one of two options here. I don't know what I'm gonna do right
Yeah.
here.
Attack
But-
him at the knees.
Yeah, but that's rude. But
You got that mutant leg though. You can't mess with it.
but my thing is like because a lot of people hate Kobe, and I'm just I gotta. Kobe is like my all-time favorite basketball player, and it's just because I think he's just like, I like scorers. People like people with all-around game. Like people like, yo, I love Michael Jordan because he had an all-around game. Like Michael Jordan is great. I understand his greatness, but I like, and he could score with the best of them.
Can't watch
But
some NBA classics though.
But I like pure, like, you know, I'm just trying to score 1,000 points. Like Carmelo Anthony. People hate Carmelo Anthony, but I love Carmelo because he's just like, yo, I'm going to shoot this shit. I'm
about to
going to
score.
keep shooting it. And that's why
I don't care if I miss my last 5 shots.
Yeah, it's like, keep shooting that shit. That's what you do best. And that's one thing about Kobe, because Kobe could just score, and he could score from like such weird angles in such weird ways. It's like, if you watch the difficulty of a lot of his shots, you're like, yeah.
A healthy D Wade though, I would argue as an amazing closer. Because when he needs to get his team up, that dude can
And you know
control
what?
the ball no matter
You're
how
right,
what
you're
way
right.
he wants.
But Kobe has a better long range.
That's true. But D Wade can get inside so easy. He can get
That's
inside
true.
so easy.
That's true.
Hey.
He throws his body at the backboard.
I could throw sports when we stick with sports.
I guess we can't. Look, ladies, I'm sorry because I know the ladies be hating the
I got
sports
one.
talk, but look, we gave y'all some good stuff at the
I
beginning.
got one.
We got 12. we
Lewis-
got about 12,
Lewis threw
15
one in there.
minutes.
I got one.
Oh, yeah.
What's the better gangster movie, Scarface or American Gangster?
Scarface.
Nah, that's not such an easy answer, man. You can't just be throwing.
I'm sorry.
I have to say,
I gotta say Scarface. Scarface did more violence
I
towards
have
people.
to say Scarface also, just because American Gangster was like it showed us true story, but it wasn't accurate, right?
It wasn't accurate, but it wasn't accurate to the T, but it was accurate.
You know
It was
what
fair.
made Scarface the better gangster movie, hands down?
Oh, okay, hands down.
Said hands down.
He went out like a G. Frank
That-
Lucas,
wait, what does that
Frank
mean?
Lucas went out snitching.
He did.
No.
He went out. Guns are blazing.
He took
That's
it.
true.
It was a realistic.
Hey,
It was a realistic view.
Hey.
Just saying he went out like a G doesn't mean like he went out
He
like a
went
G.
out
Real G's.
blazing.
Real G's.
I want my gangsters going out blazing too. Like fuck it, you want me?
Come get it.
No,
but,
you know,
but his method was more gangster. I think the way he went about
because he took
his
down so many
business.
people. You're right. He took down like
This nigga just shot somebody in fucking broad daylight.
But no, he did that. But freaking Scarface sat there and watched his best friend get a chainsaw to the nut and went and killed the dude for talking to his sister.
no, but that's gangster though.
No, I'm saying Scarface is more gangster
Oh,
than
okay.
American
Oh,
gangster.
yeah,
That's
you're
what I'm-
defending-
Yeah,
are you
I'm just saying, like,
defending
Scarface?
like, look,
It
Frank
could-
Lucas had that one gangster moment, like, but Scarface had a lot through that movie. You can't say he didn't have a lot more. He and that's my argument. That's my angle argument.
Mm-hmm.
Scarface had more gangster moments than American Gangster. Now you put them both in houses next door and say who's going to take the other one out. Hey, it's up for
I think
for
Scarface,
conversation.
because Scarface just gonna sniff that coke and go get Frank. He gonna sniff that coke and go
He
get him.
he had a tiger in his backyard.
And then if he gets shot while he go get Frank, he just gonna be like, well, at least I got Frank, and then die. So that was actually kind of easy, Jamal.
No, I don't think it's that. I
was
think
kinda easy.
I think it's just three guys at a table settling one on one point. But
All
nah,
right, make your point. Like,
Yeah, well,
why do you
because
think
you always bring up that one moment, shoot somebody in daylight, and I trust me, that's some bold ass stuff. I wouldn't even sit there and jaywalk in daylight. So the fact that he did that is gangster. But Scarface, from the
I
moment,
mean, he went more than just one guy in the street. He went against the whole U.S. military complex of smuggling goods. That's some gangster shit. It didn't bring a whole bunch of violence, but the method. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to.
Scarface came off more cold. Like Frank Lucas had to do what he had to do, but I there was always
It's like Frank Lucas was calculating, but
Yeah.
but
Scarface was just-
Scarface was just like
how Lil Wayne say? I mean, real G's moving silence like lasagna, man. Like, I mean, he was that though.
what does that mean?
Yeah, I was like,
the G in lasagna is
okay,
silent.
got you.
Real G's moving silence like lasagna, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought,
when I first heard that, I was like,
wait, what is G's? What is the G?
I was gonna say, Louis, you're the biggest Lil Wayne fan. You'd be like, all right,
You know what,
Church,
but I
you should have said that.
I wasn't thinking of G in lasagna. I was thinking of the actual plate of lasagna. And I was like, wait, what does that even mean? And, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
I still think
I'm not a little Wayne fan like
He
that. so I
shook
didn't know
down.
Because you know, here's my thing. If you throw in Frank Lucas, because Frank Lucas had nowhere near the amount of gangster moments as Scarface. In fact, I want to say whatchamacallit from Heat had more gangster moments than Frank Lucas.
Pacino and Heat?
Yeah.
No, Pacino De Niro was the bad guy.
yeah.
Pacino was
I
the
want to
cop.
say he went out in a freaking shootout in the middle of the. You want to talk about some gangster ass in the middle of daylight? This nigga had a bank robbery and got the nigga from Allstate shot in the middle of the day. You talking about some gangster ass?
Heat,
stuff?
right. Heat is my fucking movie though. Heat is my movie. I love Heat.
I do.
And the nigga in the Allstate got shot. That's right,
In the
John.
face.
I forgot
In the
that
face.
nigga got shot.
I gotta put Scarface, Heat, and then Gangsta, American Gangsta. But trust me, it's not like a long shot.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
about to say,
saying,
yeah,
like,
he might just go second. And now that he mentioned it, other than American Gangster.
and that was a big ass shootout in the middle of the daytime.
Yeah.
And then they duked it out in the airport, and then he still went out like a G. He was just, they had like a casual conversation. Like, what did he ask for, like a cigarette?
Oh wait, are you talking about in the airport? Or you talking about when they met in the diner?
Afterwards.
No, the airport scene at the end
He's
of
talking about
Heat.
the final.
The final
It was just
showdown.
Pacino and De Niro.
When the lights was coming on and off.
yeah, it's tight scene.
No, but my favorite scene though is when they're in the diner though, and they're talking. Go watch it again. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's a good fucking scene. Pacino, because this is when they meet for the first time. Pacino and De Niro, and then it's just like it's just so dope because it's like he knew he was the bad guy. He knew he was the cop after him. He was like, Well, come get me then, motherfucker.
I'll throw another one out there.
What's another?
Sam Jackson Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
More gangster than Frank Lucas.
That wasn't. I mean,
They were more gangsters.
they
than Frank
were.
Lucas.
That wasn't.
They shot Mad TV in the face.
The
he's
genre of
talking
the
about
film.
the
The genre of film wasn't
He's-
really
yeah,
gangster,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I give it to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
But as
character wise,
characters-
As characters.
As
Yeah.
characters, they're second.
Yeah.
They're second.
I mean,
they're probably
he
ranked
read a Bible verse before he killed everybody.
So be cool, bitch.
Yeah. And then
Say, bitch, be cool.
Yeah, the scene in the end,
Yeah.
that's a pretty gangster. He's like, yeah, reach in the bag and give me my wallet.
Say bad motherfucker.
And then let him have the money.
Yeah, he did. he's like, I just want to have a good day.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Since you brought up those two, it makes me wonder. Better career, Al Pacino or Robert De Niro?
De Niro.
De Niro's still going, man. Al Pacino's kind
De
of
Niro's because he's more
diverse.
Because he's had more.
diverse.
He's had comedy and all that
Oh,
shit.
who's your favorite? I guess I should say. Because De Niro, I feel like has had a lot more stuff.
I have to say De Niro's still my
De
favorite.
Niro.
Yeah, I like De Niro. Al Pacino, when I need intensity,
I thought he
go to
played,
him.
I'm an Al Pacino
he played.
fan. I feel like
De Niro played a good Capone too in Untouchables. I forgot about that
Untouchables was
too.
a fucking
Yeah.
good movie.
it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
like De Niro a lot. But I think this is something about Al Pacino. He's one of my favorite actors for me. Like, of course, Scarface is one of my favorite movies. But
Yeah.
even in the intensity that he be bringing to movies, you just be feeling it like, oh, that dude about to snap.
Here's
No, he does. He brings another level to his shit.
Here's a good one. We got about 5 or 10 minutes left. Do you think Tupac would have been a better actor than Will Smith?
No.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
I love Tupac, but
Yeah.
no.
The reason I say that, I feel like, you know what?
Will Smith took a long time to get good at acting.
I feel like he would have. The only reason I say Tupac would have been a better
I
actor,
wouldn't say that.
because Will Smith is a great actor, but Tupac I feel like would have took more chances with his roles. Like other than Pursuit of Happiness, I'm not impressed by the roles Will Smith takes.
Whoa, man! You got to think about Fresh Prince too, man.
He was terrible at the beginning of Fresh Prince.
but the Fresh Prince era, just in general, like I mean,
No,
Like, it is what it
just
is.
'cause
Like,
the
he was
show,
such a-
just because the show is the show. I'm
I mean,
talking
he's-
about how good he's talking about. How you're talking about purely how good of an actor would he have been?
You say that, but I think Tupac would have stayed in the gangster roles.
He would've stayed- he would've
I don't
played
think
Sam
he
the same
would have
role.
like.
other than gang related, he played a cop, but he was like a corrupt kind of cop trying to find.
I
his
mean, he
way.
was so early.
I can't see Tupac like
He was so early in his
crossing over,
acting
though.
career, though. I think he eventually could have broken out. Because I mean, Will Smith for the first half of his career was just Fresh Prince. That was his thing. And then he just did Bad Boys, and then he took a break, and then he came out.
Independence Day was first, right? Yeah, Independence Day was
Was it?
first.
Okay.
Before Bad Boys.
He had some gay kissing scene before that.
No,
too.
yeah, you're right. He was in that. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
the
I don't
name.
even know the movie.
I don't know.
I'm mad how you
I just know-
described it though.
I just know he kissed the dude.
He had some gay ass kiss
He
scene
had-
for
he-
that.
I never seen the movie, but it's funny how I remember this. But because I remember I was watching Oprah with my mom, and he was talking about the first movie one of the first movies he was in, and because he didn't actually kiss the dude, I remember him telling Oprah, and he's upset with himself that he didn't do it because he's an actor. And that he should almost like the conversation. What did we have this last week or 2 weeks ago? About
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so he was like upset that he didn't.
He
kiss
wanted
the
he
dude
wanted
when
a lot of
was
lips.
He wanted to get an Emmy, that Oscar nod.
Them
You got to
he
touch
wanted to get
genitals or lips
but-
to get an Oscar nod.
younger. Okay, maybe
Fuck
I will
Oscar,
take it
man.
back because Will Smith is a really good actor, but I just don't like the roles that he picks. Like the roles to me that he chooses aren't challenging.
I just feel like he
So-
I don't think, like John said, he took a while to develop. I don't think he took a while to develop. I seen it in the Fresh Prince, the episode in particular when his dad came around, and then his dad.
But that was kind of later in the season.
Yeah.
That was
that
late
was
in the
kind of
show.
later in the season, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, Fresh
But-
Prince was kind of the first thing
but-
he did, but he was already developing into a good character from that series.
But
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
Will Smith,
And also-
Will Smith said himself that he wasn't a good actor, and he said, like I said, I was watching that show on Oprah or that episode of Oprah, and I remember this episode vividly because I was like, I want to be an actor, but I remember him. He was like, he did not. He would lip sync the lines
everybody else's lines
of everybody else. So if you watch the episodes close, you can see him mouthing. Like if Uncle Phil was talking, you would see him moving his mouth in like the first 2 seasons, and then like he would like deliver his line. Like that's how bad of an actor he was.
Oh, what you mean lip syncing? Like
he was mouthing it because he didn't know his cues that well, and he needed something to react on, so he would mouth along with them.
As Uncle Phil was saying his line, he would mouth it, and then when Uncle Phil was done, he'd be like, "Okay, it's my turn to go," and then he'd go.
Like he wouldn't just learn his parts; he learned the entire script because he was that dedicated to it. He was like, "I'm not a good actor, so let me learn the entire script." So he would do that, but he will be the first to admit, other than getting raped by taxes. I think the IRS came for his ass at like season 2 and took like his entire like season 2 checks. But other than that, like I don't know. Tupac had that, and you're right. Tupac may have only did one role, and I feel like he kind of was in that Jennifer Hudson case where like people were like Jennifer Hudson shouldn't get Oscar because she was doing what she naturally just does. Like she wasn't doing nothing challenging. Tupac, I don't know, man. It was so natural and juice, but that's who he was. But man, Bishop was a character.
yeah, he played the hell out of that character.
That was a character.
Bishop was a character. It wasn't just a gangster role. This Bishop was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
like that's why I like.
And Tupac is Bishop in a sense. Like he was just like, y'all wrote this part for me, but man, you know, even though it was him, he still had to bring him to the thing. Like you could act a certain way, but when it's time to act, you start all of a sudden kind of like become you're not yourself. But Tupac brought it.
I mean, Tupac would have been one of the best gangster actors, but he just wasn't as well rounded as Will Smith for comparison. Like
I don't think he had a chance though, man.
I feel like he did.
He got gunned down before he ever had a chance to do.
How many challenging roles did Will Smith have? Like he has not had anything that really challenged his acting other than Pursuit of Happiness. That's the first time I was like, yo, he's actually like putting it down in this movie. Like he's doing a great job.
I'm just going off the seeing gang related. Not that it was a bad movie or not that it was like a terrible role, but you would see a bad movie. Yeah, I mean, you would just see an average type of ability in Tupac. Too. I mean, once he goes outside of that gangster role, you know, you're not really.
I mean, this goes back to the.
You're not really seeing anything much. It's almost like DMX. Like DMX is the perfect gangster actor. Like you see, Never Die Alone. Like DMX was just that. But I mean, if you try to get DMX some regular ass role, he's not gonna play that shit.
I want to see DMX in a sitcom as a dad. Single parent home. No, I mean, and this goes back to our conversation from a few weeks ago where we were like, who's the best rappers, and you can't consider these people because they were gunned down. I just like to entertain the idea. Like Tupac was pretty good early,
and I mean Tupac did go to school for acting.
Yeah, but he was good early. He didn't get. I mean, he was still young. He was taking the roles that he was
performing arts in particular.
But I just felt like
dancing and
ballet.
He was
so good in that role. He would have kind of stayed in that role. That's what people would have kept casting him at.
I think because I see Tupac as an actual artist. I think at some point he might have challenged himself. It wouldn't have even been in the 90s. Like it would have been like in some 2000s, maybe even not. Like I think he might have stepped outside and finally been like, yo, I'm more than just that gangster role, because everybody always gets tired of being typecasted. And if there's anything we know about Tupac is he wouldn't want to be, predictable in his roles. So I think he would have eventually tried something else. Now, who knows? He could have been I Am Legend. He could have been, independent. He could have been anything. But I think he would. I'd give him the benefit of the doubt that he would have broke out and did something different just for the sake of the challenge. Like he might have sucked, but I think he would have tried it.
I don't think he would have sucked.
He would have tried it, but I don't.
Another. A couple of movies like where he's like he was different with 7 Pounds for me. Ali and The Legend of Bagger Vance.
I honestly haven't seen The Legend of Bagger Vance.
I like Hitch.
Hitch was a good one.
You know what?
But Hitch wasn't even like hard. Hitch wasn't a hard role to play.
It wasn't hard, but it was, I just
7 Pounds. 7 Pounds. All he did was get.
I like 7 Pounds.
All he did in 7 Pounds was go and get his sad Pursuit of Happiness character.
Prime example. Before Bad Boys or Independence Day, did you ever think that Will Smith was going to do anything other than comedy?
Bad Boys was first, but by the way,
yeah.
Like did you ever sit there and be like, yeah, Will Smith's going to be an action hero? And then when like some more serious stuff came out, did you ever say like Will Smith's gonna be that serious guy?
He did have 3 movies before.
I was
then.
like 10, so I wasn't really like.
So I don't know what he did in those movies.
Yeah,
like he had something called Where the Day Takes You, Made in America, and 6 Degrees of Separation.
I think the 6 Degrees of Separation was the one where he was supposed to kiss the dude, but.
So I don't know like how he acted in those.
He wasn't. I remember he wasn't big part in Made in America, or I mean he was a main character, but I mean it was like a Whoopi Goldberg movie. Like she was the main character. So I don't remember. I don't know the other 2, but as far as I can tell, that's still in his early acting days. So because in Independence Day he wasn't like that great. So if it was before Independence Day, I'm like, yeah. And
then Men in Black was next,
and that's regular. Enemy of the State.
That was like his like a serious.
Yeah, but was it really hard?
No, I mean it wasn't hard. He's always been Will Smith.
And Wild Wild West,
Legend of Bagger Vance.
I didn't see Legend of Bagger.
I didn't see it either.
I did. It was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, but did he do anything that stood out to you as like, okay, his character was so good?
I mean, it was different from the other roles that he played.
Yeah, but was his character like?
His character was good.
Do you think he was like, stretched? Like, do you think he had to like make this character like special?
Was anything profound about it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what?
Oscar worthy.
He made you like feel for the character.
Made you cry.
Okay. Because other than that, like I said, Pursuit of Happiness, and then I'm thinking Pursuit of Happiness is the only one I'm like, man, that was where he like really stretched his acting talent.
I thought he killed Ali though.
I mean, he did a great job in Ali. I'll be honest, he did a great job in Ali, but I'm like,
And I feel like Ali's one of them like few people that are hard to like capture, like because he was so like just.
Well, the only reason I think he was able to do Ali, or he got hired for Ali, is because he best fit his body type. Like Ali is like 6-something, 200-something pounds. Will Smith is 6-something, 200-something pounds.
Yeah.
And if you kind of look at them, they don't look alike, but as an actor, he best resembled them better than any other actor in Hollywood at the time. But I'm not saying that he didn't do them well. I'm just saying like, it was just. Anyway, I don't know.
Before I wrap this up, is Marlon Wayans still supposed to be Richard Pryor?
Yeah,
he's still he's cast for that.
I thought you was making a comparison. I was like,
no. If I was gonna do anything to be Richard Pryor, I'd be like,
cut it off right now.
I'm like Richard Pryor or Bill Cosby.
Nah, I don't know. I mean,
I'll say Richard Pryor still. I mean, I can see a comparison in that, but I was.
I don't think enough people have listened to Bill Cosby's catalog to make an accurate one. Now you still may go with Richard Pryor, but a lot of people haven't listened to they think of Cosby Show and then they think of Richard Pryor live on Sunset.
I would give Cosby his career profile.
Adults Only.
Yeah, watching that tomorrow.
We are. You're watching it somewhere.
We're watching that tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
You're supposed to show it to me. So.
Yeah, no, it's dope as hell. You'll love it because you know everything about Vegas.
Yeah, I would give it. I think he has like his own like type of comedy, and I mean Richard Pryor is just more up my alley, man. I was just watching some old shit the other day. Which Way Is Up, man, that shit had me cracking the entire movie. I was just knee slappers the entire movie, man.
Hey, Bill Cosby, Ghost Dad, man. That timeless classic.
Knee slappers,
knee slappers, man. Knee slappers the entire movie.
Just in case y'all missed that.
All right, well, we got to go ahead and wrap this show up because hopefully we can get this on YouTube. We're an hour 7, and we appreciate you guys sticking up with us. Hey, you can let us know what you think of our this or that's. If you agree with us or you disagree with whoever, if you want to make your case, let us know on Facebook, YouTube, comment, Twitter
at Nick Atrocious, NICKATROCIOUS,
at GreenBench TV,
at GoDeeks on Instagram, at GoDeeks13 on Twitter,
and Jamaal on Black Planet. Come check him out. He's got his page freshly updated with music playing in the background. It's Silk. Meeting in my bedroom is playing in the background.
You're hilarious.
Meeting in my bedroom is playing in the background.
Cause of me,
catch me around the Metro.
Bedroom.
Catch him in North Hollywood Metro around the 5 or 6 o'clock hour. You'll find them. But nonetheless, hey, check out the other stuff we got. YouTube.com/GreenBench or GreenBench.tv, which will take you to the YouTube page. Keep checking out the podcast. Look at the old other ones before I take them down and all the other stuff. I'm running out of stuff to say because I got to get the time out. So y'all have a good week and be safe. Don't do anything we wouldn't do.
Peace.